Now that the turkey dinner is all cleaned up and we have given thanks, it's time to move on to the most wonderful time of the year. I did that weeks ago, though. But the holiday season brings with it the opportunity to let your home show off its holly jolly spirit. And joining us now to give a little inspiration, we have Audra Mell. Audra, welcome back on this Monday morning. How's it going?
I'm really excited to be here. I can't believe we're in the Christmas season time already.
I know. It really came at a rush, but I'm so excited for it. But what for you is the one thing that makes decorating for the holidays just so special or so heartwarming in your own life?
Well, my cat just jumped up on the table.
They love the holidays too.
Home, zooming from home. Okay, well, the holidays for me is a big deal. I think Christmas is my middle name, and I'm really grateful to my grandma Cindy and my mom Pam. I grew up with this being a really special, really cornerstone part of our magical Christmas tradition. So I have carried on the tradition and decorate my own home. And I host a lot of Christmas holidays now when we're not in a pandemic. So I brought photos to go through to inspire people as they begin to decorate their own homes. I got mine done a little bit early this year. I know a lot of people are doing it a little bit earlier this year just to kind of infuse that Christmas magic into their home a little bit earlier. So we can go through the photos and talk to those.
Yeah, no, they just put one up here. It's the mantle and the fireplace. And if that doesn't look like it's from Better Home and Gardens, I don't know what does.
Well,
that is beautiful.
Thank you. I also enjoy photography too. So there is a little bit of filtering going on there in full disclosure, but that is what my mantle does look like. So I really have my own style, and everyone should definitely focus on decorating it the way you want to. There's no right or wrong way to decorate your home, whether for Christmas or any other season. If you love it, it's perfect. That's what I always say. So for my house, I have very high ceilings. And so I really wanted a lot of height on my mantle. So I really wanted to bring the eye upward. So I have the trees and I have the wreath. And I follow the same design guidelines that you would use when you're doing florals, which is thrill, fill, and spill. So I fill it, I make sure it's really full, and thrill is the height, and then the spill is that draping down. And the other thing, the tip I want to share is I have lots of different kinds of greenery going on here, and it's all faux, it's not real. And so I mix cedar with spruce, and it doesn't all need to be the same. And I think that's what makes it a little more interesting for me, is when I mix things up together.
And I think that's what makes it real too, because I mean, that's just how it goes. Oh, now we have another picture that they just put up. I believe this one is more of the coffee table that you have done with the fireplace in the background.
This is a little tip here, because that is actually a wreath that is on the coffee table, surrounding a pitcher with some beads and some faux berries. You don't have to hang your wreath on the wall. I have one on my coffee table, and I have one in the middle of my kitchen table that I'll show you as well. And in the background of this photo, you also see some greenery draped on the railings there. I have separating the two rooms. My house was built in the 90s, like most people's in South Fargo. And so I've just, forced character upon it, but I still have some of these interesting architectural features that aren't really in style, like that railing there, but I just go with it and I decorate it and call it out. The second picture we're showing here is from my kitchen. I wanted to talk about my formal family room. You'll notice there's no red in it, and we think of Christmas decorating as traditionally having a lot of red, but a lot of us don't use red. It's not really trending in our normal everyday decor, but I do add it in my kitchen and in my living room. So, so this is the living room, and I add it in the family room. Sometimes I mess those two terms up. So that you'll see some red on top of my hutch there when we get to the kitchen. And then the one thing I also want to show is my chandelier. I always decorate my chandelier. Okay, I have my computer wanting to do something. Making stuff. I always drape the greenery off my chandelier, and people don't always think of that. This is actually a faux garland called it's a 6-foot cedar from a company called Terrain, and I got it online. It's a little spendy, but everyone thinks it's real. So,
yeah, that looks absolutely beautiful. And I want to get to as many pictures as we can because we're on a limit. So I'm going to go through here. We're at the piano wall right now, I believe.
Yeah, the piano wall shows off that draping of the cedar garland on the chandelier. And it also just shows how subtle and simple Christmas decorating can be. I mean, my mantle is a little bit over the top, but I have extremely high ceilings in my house, so I want to be a little bit more dramatic there and call attention to that.
Ooh,
but this just shows another angle of the chandelier and the wreath. We can move on to
that. Well, we actually have to take a commercial break right now. I was looking up at the screen above me, looking at all the beautiful pictures. We'll get to what you have, but stick around. We'll have more on this beautiful Christmas decorating right here on North Dakota Today.